Om. Om. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahmavitvaram Sadgurum Brahmavitvaram Yo Antah Pravishya Mama Vacham Imam Prasuptam Sanjeevayatya Shakti Dharasvadhamna अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान्नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम् प्राणान्नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम् समचरणसरोजम् सान्द्रनीलाम्बुदाभम् जघननिहितपाणिम् पण्डनम् मण्डनानाम् तरुणतुलसीमाला कन्धरम् कञ्जनेत्रम् सदयधवलहासम् विठ्ठलम् चिन्तयामि विठ्ठलम् चिन्तयामि. Pranams together. Pranams to all the Mahatmas in tonight's Eknathi Bhagawat session. We are in chapter 5 and we'll begin from OV 31331. Over to you, Sachit. You can unmute yourself.
OV 331. Now please listen to the manner in which the devotees worship God by remembering his name and songs. Please listen to the description of his image also.
Dvapare Bhagavan Chamaha Pitavasa Nijayudhaha Srivatsadhibhiram Kaishcha Lakshanau.
Meaning of the verse. In the age Dwapara, the Lord is Shyama, dark grey, wearing a yellow cloth, having all his weapons and recognized by his ornaments such as the Srivatsa, etc. 332. In the age Dwapara, the Lord is having his color as a cloud or like the flower of Javas. He wears yellow cloth. He bears Srivatsa symbol. 333. He holds Shankha, Chakra, Gada and Padma, conch, disc, mace and lotus in his 4 hands. Devotees worship him in this image.
Tanda Purusham Martya Maharajopalashanam Yajanti Veda Tantrabhyam Paranjitnyasavo Nrupa.
Meaning of the verse. In that form, the people worship the god with the royal signs and decorations, O king, by Vedic and Tantric methods, while they are eager to know the absolute Brahman. 334. In that Dwapara age, the devotees offer him various royal decorations like a white umbrella and chamara with gems studded in it, etc., and thus perform puja, etc. 335. That puja is done by Vedic as well as Tantric methods because they hope that the great Paramatman will be pleased without delay. 336. O king, I will also tell the names of the Lord which are remembered by people in that age.
Namaste Vasudevaya Namas Sankarshanaya Cha Pradyumnaya Niruddhaya Tubhyam Bhagavate Namaha. Not this verse for memorizing.
Meaning of the verse. I bow to Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Pradyumna, and the Lord as Aniruddha. 337. O Vasudeva, I prostrate before you. O Sankarshana, I bow to you. O Pradyumna, I bow completely to you. And I greet with respect to you, O Aniruddha.
नारायणाय ऋषये पुरुषाय महात्मने विश्वेश्वराय विश्वाय सर्वभूतात्मने नमः. Mark this as well.
Meaning of the verse. My namaskars are to the sage Narayana, to the great Purusha, to the God of the universe, and to the universe itself, because he is the Atman in each and every being. 338. O Narayana, the great sage, O the great Purusha, the God of all the gods, O Vishwarupa, the universe itself, the God of the universe, O the great Atman, O the husband of Lakshmi, I bow to you. 339. You are the Atman, Bhutatma. You are dwelling in each thing. I bow to you, O the Supreme Person. O King in the age Dwapara, the people remember him in these names. 340. When these names are repeatedly recited, the Lord is very much pleased. He leaves Vaikuntha in hurry and suddenly appears in the group of people who are engrossed in his songs.
इति द्वापर उर्वीश स्तुवन्ति जगदीश्वरम् नानातन्त्रविधानेन कलावपि यथा शृणु.
Meaning of the verse. O the king ruling over the earth, in the age Dwapara, people praise the Lord of the world in this manner by way of various techniques. Now please listen about Kali Yuga. 341. Using these names, the people in the age of Dwapara praise the God. Now listen, O king, what is the method of worship according to Tantra?
कृष्णवर्णत्विषा कृष्णम् साङ्गोपाङ्गास्रपार्षदम् यज्ञैः सङ्कीर्तनप्रायैः यजन्ति हि सुमेधसः.
Meaning of the verse. The wise worship the dark-colored Krishna with all his weapons and his attendants by way of yajnas and by kirtana, songs, etc. 342. In the age of Kali, the Lord Sri Krishna is dark. He looks as if there is a group of brilliant blue jewels in the form of a man. 343. His body is very proportionate and beautiful in all its limbs, and he is holding the horn, the flute, etc. All his forearms are very strong, and there is conch, mace, lotus, and brilliant disc, each in his forearms. 344. There are attendants with Narada, Sunanda, etc., standing near him, bearing all regular weapons. The wise men of Kali Yuga meditate on God with this image at all times. 345. In Kali Yuga, even the worship done with all articles like milk, ghee, honey, etc., is not given much importance, but the Lord Sri Krishna likes Kirtana more. 346. O king, see the wonder of it. The Lord does not like any other worship so much as he likes Kirtana, in which songs in his praise are sung, and he enjoys these songs very much. 347. As the Lord loves his Kirtana, he dotes so much on the sage Narada because he is continuously uttering the name of Narayana with great love and is always singing in his praise. 348. The Lord protected Prahlad in all the difficulties and harassments because the latter was repeating the Lord's name. The Lord is pleased by Kirtana and he cuts the bonds of his devotees which had tied them to worldly things. 349. When the elephant remembered the name of Narayana, he rescued him and took him to Vaikuntha. 350. A prostitute uttered the name of the Lord only once by chance, but even by that merit, she was freed from mundane life and taken to Vaikuntha. 351. Ajamil, who was a sinner, was purified by Hari's name. So the name is very great. 352. Draupadi was in great difficulty, but as soon as she called Govinda, she was rescued from her awkward condition by the Lord. The Lord's name is very powerful in destroying the physical and the mental difficulties. 353. For purification of the heart, the name of God, the Kirtana, is the only means. There is no other means like that. 354. As the calf has love for its mother cow, or just as a honeybee is attached, 355, to the honeycomb, the Lord likes his devotee who takes his name. The God destroys even the slightest nuisance caused to his devotee. 356. So he who has tasted the sweetness of the name of the Lord need not undergo all the troubles involved in other methods of devotion. 357. He who gets great pleasure in singing to the glory of Sri Hari has already accomplished all other means, and even the whole world is sanctified by him. 358. If only the name of Sri Rama is on the tongue and in the heart, it will pulverize mountains of sins and will give to the devotee the happiness and bliss of supreme joy. 359. When Kirtana is done with love about Sri Hari, he appears actually in our mind and heart, and therefore there is no other better means than this. 360. The Lord Sri Hari gives great importance to the happiness and joy which he gets through Kirtana. He is pleased by faith in the Kirtana. By uttering the name of Hari and singing his songs, innumerable simple-minded people are emancipated. 361. So it is proved that Kirtana is the best means, and therefore the question arises, why people who are of low moral character find fault with it? 362. Those who are adverse to singing songs of Sri Hari do not get happiness even in their dream. Stupid people hate Kirtana and suffer calamities. 363. The behavior of those whose heart is affected by the feeling of hatred is despicable. The haters always get great suffering. 364. In the age of Kali, those who are really wise really get tremendous joy because they are always happily engaged in the Kirtana, and they glorify the name of Hari and lovingly remember his name. 365. Though there are many great avatars of the Lord, actually the life stories of the Lord Ramachandra and the Lord Sri Krishna are very sacred. We should therefore always bow to their feet.
Heyam sada paribhavadhamabhishtadoham तीर्थास्पदं शिवविरिञ्चिनुतं शरण्यं हृत्यार्तिहं प्रणतपालभवाब्धिपोतं वन्दे महापुरुषते चरणारविन्दम्.
Meaning of the verse. O the most exalted person and the protector of devotees, I bow to your lotus feet, worthy of our meditation, and which end all difficulties, give desired boons, focus of worship by all sacred places, and are worshipped by the Lord Shiva and Brahma, and which are shelter to all beings, dispel the distress of devotees, and which are our boat for crossing the ocean of mundane existence. 366. Only one single means of remembering the feet of Sri Hari has turned to ashes all other methods, like vritti laya, the dissolution of the focus of attention of the mind, pratyagatma, anusandhana, concentration and meditation on gods and goddesses, the qualified and the non-qualified pure meditation, etc. 367. Therefore, the feet of Hari is the greatest and most worthy object of meditation. This meditation removes all the troubles involved in projections of ideas and fulfills all the aspirations of noble type of all the real devotees of God. 368. O King, if meditation is done on the feet of Sri Hari, it removes not only the suffering in their body, but it destroys the suffering of their worldly life also. 369. When I use the word aspirations, you may think that they are related to the worldly objects, but it's not so. This meditation on the feet of Lord Krishna affords for the devotee the enjoyment of bliss which is having no objects at all. 370. How can the sacredness of those feet be described? The Lord Shankara holds on his head the Ganga emanating from those feet, which are the very source of all tirthas. So the devotee becomes pure and sacred even by thinking about those feet with love. 371. Even stones were purified by chance touch of those feet. Then how much praise can be done of the sacredness of persons who intentionally meditate on those feet? 372. Sri Ramchandra established the unity of the spirit of Vibhishana, who surrendered himself to him through his brother Ravana, though his brother Ravana was his enemy and had kidnapped his wife Sita. 373. Oh, the great King Ramchandra not only united Vibhishana with his own spirit, but even gave him his golden city and crowned him as a king there. 374. Thus, the feet of the god Hari are the most worthy of surrendering oneself to them, and the devotees of the Lord have no other safe place. 375. The god does not tolerate even a little harassment of his devotee, even for a moment. He could not neglect his devotee Prahlad while he was suffering and therefore protected him. 376. He swallowed the great forest fire and saved the cowherds. He made escape possible for the Pandavas who are about to be burnt in the artificial lacquer house. 377. The Lord removes all the calamities even by letting his body burn, but protects his devotees. For the love of his devotee, he drives the chariot on the warfield. 378. If one surrenders and bows to his feet, he takes him on his lap and loves him. There is nobody else who protects anyone who takes resort to his feet. 379. In order to go beyond this ocean of worldly existence, the best boat is of the feet of the Lord only. He ferries across this ocean by his great kindness all those who are devoted to him. 380. These feet are such that, being a safe place of shelter for the devotees, even the Kumaras with Shanaka, etc., salute them. 381. While praising the greatness of these feet, Vedas had to keep quiet, and even the Lord Brahma and Lord Shankara became stunned while trying to describe their greatness. 382. Knowing that the feet of the Lord Sri Krishna are beyond imagination, the Lord Brahma and the Lord Shankara prostrated at his feet and began to sing in praise of the Lord's feet as follows.
Yattva sudustyaja surepsitarajyalakshmim. I think it should be tyaktva. Do you have tyaktva over there?
I had yaktva. Yeah, it's a mistake, I think.
You
Yeah.
cannot have yaktva, but that cannot be. Tyaktva we should make. I think there is a spelling typo over there. Let's go ahead with tyaktva. त्यक्त्वा सुदुस्त्यज सुरेप्सितराज्यलक्ष्मीं धर्मिष्ठार्यवचसा यदगादरण्यम् मायामृगं दयितयेप्सितमन्वधावत् वन्दे महापुरुषते चरणारविन्दम्.
Meaning of the verse, O the most exalted person, I bow to your lotus feet, which ran after the illusory deer, sought after by your beloved Sita. You resigned the royal fortune coveted even by gods, and was most difficult to give up merely at the word of your father, and went away to the forest. 383. The Prince Ramachandra gave up for the sake of order of his father the whole kingdom and the glory to attain which even the gods were eager. 384. Sri Rama was really having great faith in religion and was honoring the word of his father, and therefore he left his kingdom and went to the forest. 385. People should not blame him as a person attached to his wife because he took her with him while going to the forest on feet. 386. Sita was not only the wife or a woman, she was the ardent devotee of the Lord Sri Rama. She therefore left all the comforts of the palace and for the sake of fulfilling her aspirations of personally serving Sri Rama, she accepted the forest life. 387. She thought that in the forest she would get the chance to do all types of service of Sri Rama, which was allotted to various persons in the palace according to the nature of the work. 388. With that purpose in her mind, and in order to be able to get the merit of total service of Sri Rama in person, and to fulfill her life's mission, she went on feet with him to the forest. 389. How can one describe the happiness in the service of Sri Rama? She did not feel any suffering. She forgot the loving mother's home. That much was her joy in the service. 390. She had gone to the forest with this sole purpose. The quality of that devotion can be known by the Lord Sri Rama only. Other gods or demons will not know it. 391. Only Sri Rama can understand the inner motives of his devotees, and only they can understand what pleasure is there in his service and what bliss they can get. 392. Only the pious devotees know the joy of worshipping God. Others have no emotional relations with the dearest God, will never understand the bliss. 393. Sri Raghunatha knew well that Sita was really the most faithful devotee, and that is why he went after the deer according to her desire. 394. Though Sri Rama knew the falsehood of the golden deer, he ran after that deer only to please Sita, his devotee. 395. Just as mother even dances before her child to please it, so only to fulfill the desire of his devotee, Sri Rama went to catch that deceptive deer. 396. What wonder is there that Sri Rama believed in the words of Sita and ran after that deer when he was so simple-minded that while listening to the childish talks of monkeys, he had no doubts in his mind. 397. Because Sri Rama did not doubt any talk of his devotees, it was natural for him to fall for the evident magic in the form of the deer. 398. Even the gods like Shankara put on their head most respectfully the dust of the feet of Sri Rama, who acted believingly in running to catch the deer. 399. Let us surrender totally to the feet of Sri Rama and bow before him, who while running after the deer made sacred even the stones in his path. 400. Thus, all the gods saluted respectfully the feet of that supreme Ramachandra and started to sing in his praise. In the Kali age, by singing the songs of the glory of God, all people become pure in heart and attain eternal liberation.
We can stop here for today. Sachit, you can tell your thoughts while reading.
Yeah, it was wonderful because the form of the Lord is described so nicely. I mean, the form of the Lord, all, and especially what we get by worshipping his feet. I mean, how he takes care of his devotees and all their needs and also protects them from harm. I mean, that is what I got, and main message. Yeah.
Beautiful. Yes. Feet of the Lord. It's like beautiful. So we have marked verses 29 and 30 for memorizing. And the Phalashruti, see in OB 340, that Phalashruti of memorizing those verses and chanting is, when these names are repeatedly recited, the Lord is very much pleased. He leaves Vaikuntha in hurry and suddenly appears in the group of people who are engrossed in his songs. So when we are chanting his names, this Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Pratyumna, Niruddha, Narayana, Mahatmane, Vishveshwara, he is very happy with that. So we can memorize, and we need not give a shloka tune. We can give whatever song tune, whatever we can hum along the day and remember him, because that's his assurance. So that Falashruti attracted me very much. And of course, there were so many verses like his Kirtan, how he comes at the Kirtan. And then that OV 348 to 352, 5 examples were given there. Uh, each of them of different age and sex and intention and all, but Lord has run in that circumstance. Means they must be calling him so fervently that he had no other way but to reach over there. So that should be our extent of yearning for the Lord, because Lord comes. So I felt that was very inspiring. And then in 359, I felt when Kirtan is done with love about Sri Hari, he appears actually in our mind and heart. So that captured my attention while you were reading Sajitji. And therefore, there is no other better means than this. So this 359 OV also, I marked when you read that it is so, so, so very beautiful. And the verses 33 and 34, both are telling about his glory of his feet. So there is no other way. And while Swami Abhedanandji was telling about the jap and the meditation that we would do, or how when we are doing the jap of our Ishta Devata, how in our mirror of the eyes, we should bring a part of Lord, whose Ishta Devata is, and do the jap on that and focus on that particular part, whatever attracts you. And then you also mentioned that you have taken a feet of Lord like that. So whatever is our Ishta Devata, the feet, the Pada Padma, we say. So again, that all those verses explaining the Charanara Vinda only, starting 366 till the end, what we have seen is the glory of keeping Lord in the mind and some form. Somebody might like eyes, somebody might like his ornaments, his mukuta, whatever. But the feet, nothing like it, because there we bow down to that, So probably in our japa, if we are doing, sometimes the mind runs away. The hand is going, the mouth is doing jap, but the mind is gone. Probably God knows which planet. It happens many times. Something to, an alambana is needed to ground. This was a very beautiful assurance that if we keep the lotus feet of mind in our heart while meditating, while doing the japa, he will come. And he does come. If anyone has any other difference for anything to say. Next meeting will be on Monday and followed on Tuesday. Venkatesh ji, Monday reading you can do. Sri Hari ji, Tuesday reading you can do.
Yes, Varsha, I can.
Yes. So Monday Venkatesh ji and Tuesday Sri Hari ji.
Okay.
Then Wednesday, the final things will happen. Then it begins on Thursday onwards. My God, since meetings. So starts on the Thursday and the following week, Saturday it finishes. And it goes. Then that following Monday onwards, we can pick on where we leave it next 2 minutes. Let's end today's session. Om Purnamadah Purnamudam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamudavasishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Guru Namaha Hari Om Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Everyone, thank you for tonight. It's such heartwarming, no, to read these verses. It encourages so much. It clears so much conflicts in the mind. Such confidence.
Beautiful.
Hari Om. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhagawat. Thank you.
Thank you. See you all on Monday.
Bye.
Bye.